Well, what's annoying is that after 2 days of sun, one of which was Sunday and I was at church, the other a holiday and I took the leisure of relaxing, it's raining again. I just can't believe it. It's been 2 weeks of nearly straight rain. Actually, it's been nearly a whole springtime of straight rain. If I just worked when it was not raining, I would never work. This is insane. This is just crazy. Last year drought, and this year, I guess we're making up for it. Now I have a little problem here. Oh, here's a big problem. That's the cause of deer ticks. They're not very afraid of me either. It's a young buck. Right out here by my place. There's animals everywhere out here. But that wasn't what I was going to tell you about. I wanted to set up my solar panels on a movable frame, but I can't. I don't know if you saw that little girl going away there. Little mommy bird. There's little babies. Tiny cute little babies in here. Let's see if I can focus better. Can you see little babies in there? They were yelling a second ago. I don't know if you can see them in there. Little fuzzy things. Tiny, tiny little babies. They're cute little fuzzy things. So, my solar panels are sort of stuck for now. She's yelling at me over there. I'll leave them alone and let them grow up. And then I guess then I can move my solar panels. My garden is coming along nicely, all on its own. I've got some more flowers here. All 3 of them are flowering. The dark spot there is I poured out my fish water, distributed it out among the plants. The water that the fish was swimming in and the water I rinsed him off in. The fish himself is buried in with the plants. I guess fish is very good for your plants. These are going to be very, very good food-bearing plants this year, I think. Probably my best garden ever in my life. Something has gotten in here. I don't know if rabbits would eat these. Something's nibbling on my onions. Something else I have to watch out for is small animals. See, these are my plants I planted in February from seeds. They just never grew, I believe, because of the cold. Because I've grown plants my whole life and I've never had this happen before. But it's just been so cold. And we also haven't had any sun this year. But these are going to go out in the garden, hopefully today, rain or not, and see what happens. Now my lettuce, also a little bit stunted, but I've been munching on it a little bit here and there. Using my little lettuce, and I forgot, this looks like actually broccoli. It was supposed to be radishes. Well, maybe it's an odd type of radish I'm not familiar with. I don't know. But whatever it is, it hasn't really grown much. Again, there's no sun. The stuff in the garden gets a little bit more sunlight, so I'll have to probably move these out. I have this little envelope from Dennis, which was a total surprise to me. Which looks like one of them opened up. Looks like this little guy opened up. And these are all little seeds, all of them labeled out. Let's see, we have Trail of Tears bean, and he gives a story. There's this whole letter here, almost a page and a half. There's a story behind each seed. It's pretty neat. Talks about the Trail of Tears and the Trail of Tears bean. There's Bloomsdale organic spinach. There's coriander, arugula rocket salad, Humug red cucumber, Thai extra long bean, and he says they are really long beans. There's okra, tromboncino squash. There's rainbow Inca sweet corn. So thank you very much, Dennis. These are going in the garden today, hopefully. Dennis actually saw my raised beds I was preparing, and yes, the one raised bed is going to receive these seeds. The corn will go in the middle, and he suggested a way to set these up with the corn in the middle, and I forgot, I'll have to look it up. The beans go around the corn, and everything helps everything out. Each thing supports another. So, and that's called companion planting, by the way. Okay, and that's what I'm about to do today. Well, according to the weatherman, today is partly cloudy. I have my LED lights on so I can see anything. It is not partly cloudy. I should distrust the weatherman from now on. I should have learned that long ago. I put it on my schedule today to do my laundry. Well, I guess I'm not going to. I also started working on my chainsaw today. I started to. It's in pieces. I have this old McCulloch chainsaw that a guy gave me long ago. And now I understand, I think, why he gave it to me. The carburetor needed cleaning, and I had to dissect the chainsaw completely. And look, there's parts up here, there's parts down there, there's parts all over the place. I've got parts in my tent, parts under my other camper. When it started raining on me so hard, I took off running in all directions, just moving parts out of the rain. Figured this metal, these are aluminum pieces, so it'll do them some good to get washed. But anyway, so much for working outdoors. Now I'm just waiting. I'm working indoors now. I mean, it's raining pretty decently. Not enough to collect a lot of water, but enough to mess up my day. And it's certainly not laundry day now. That's for sure. The charge controller, I am very happy I have an MPPT controller, because it's pulling in 36 watts, which is just about what I'm using right now. So I have no overall loss with the amount of solar I'm collecting. Now 600 watts of solar panels is only bringing in 37 watts, but it's better than nothing. This is an old car boost battery, little emergency boost battery, and little power pack. Now I had been restoring this, but then it's very strange. You won't be able to see in here at all because of the light being so dark. It's pitch black out here. Well, maybe I can show you. The ants last summer decided to use this as a funeral home, and they dumped their dead bodies in here. I didn't know this, but ants are acidic. At least their bodies corroded my thing here and destroyed it. Very disturbing and sad, because this is a cool little device. It's really light, and you can take it with you on hikes and stuff for charging your small electronics. So anyway, right now it's sitting at 6.3 volts, and I'm going to restore it on my baby Bedini here by just simply hooking it up. Just make sure I have good contact is the only thing. And the danger is if the cat knocks this off, I could destroy my Bedini charger. It's always a problem. Give it a spin. Now, let's check the voltage, both that's under charge. See what we got right now. If you can see that voltage. It's really dark in here, it's raining today. It's 9.4 and rising already. So I'll let that run for a while, and that'll restore this battery. It might take some time and some cycles, but hopefully I can fix that. And then I'm going to have to figure a way to clean this socket. They really rotted that inside. It's really annoying. That's a nice little device to have, especially when you're living off the grid and everything's solar powered and battery operated. Well, it's raining like mad, but work has to go on. I want to get my little plants out here, little seedlings I've had in here since February. I guess it's about time they come out and join the real world. They were a little bit stunted because of the bad weather we had this year. It's raining pretty good. It's been raining all day. I figured, well, time to get out and do some work. I can't wait for it to not stop raining. It's rained the better part of 2-3 months. So, if that's any sign of what it's going to be like, then I just have to work in it. At least it's not too cold. Probably need a fire again tonight though. Yesterday was warm. Sort of warm. But today's cooler again. Crazy year. Well, I got my seedlings in. I don't know if you can see them in this light, but they're in there along with the bombed seed bombs. They were not a success. This was supposed to be my herb and salad garden. I put a couple tomatoes in there that survived. I put some peppers and then some other little things. I think that's Swiss Charter beets. I lost track of my notes when I moved. It's sort of a sad year because I thought I would plant a lot earlier. Things didn't work out so well. Right now I'm going to plant the seeds that Dennis gave me. I figure rainy weather is the best weather for planting, right? So I've got some corn. Now these are Indian type corn, I think he said. These are colored. These are good old-fashioned corn, non-GMO old-fashioned corn. There's yellow, orange, red, blue. This is good stuff. And then he's giving me some squash and cukes. Now I think, see, the outside edge of my beds are supposed to be for the viney plants, so I'll put them on the outside edges and let them grow outwards. Beautiful day for planting, don't you all think? Gotta use the weather. Okay. Now I intentionally heat the middle of this up for corn. Corn is pretty tall, and I wanted it to have a good chance of rooting in well. And 2 little ones that are stunted. Don't know if they'll grow or not. I'm going to pop them in the middle. Give them a chance. Now this stuff stays nice and moist all the time, so this is going to be perfect. This compost heap will be perfect to keep the seeds moist. Of course, it's raining all the time anyway, so what's the difference? It'll be fine. Well, it's yucky out. There's mud everywhere. It's raining non-stop. I have some plastic over my camera, otherwise there would be no video today. I have to work regardless, because the day gone is a day that can't be replaced. And today is gardening day. It's supposed to be laundry day too, but that isn't happening. Now I just dug out these tomato stands. You probably can't see it, it's so dark, but I'm gonna prop up my tomatoes a little bit, help them fight the winds that we keep getting out here. I don't know how old these are, but give them credit. They're still alright. Ugly, rusty, but they're still usable. Give my poor little tomatoes a fighting chance here at life. A few of these up. Should be alright. I plan on taking the whole garden up high. This is going to be a raised bed, raised garden in every sense of the word. I guess it's sort of hard to see these, but I've got... My idea was to put 4 in each bed, 1 in each corner roughly, and then I can string wires in between them to help support all the plants. I can even cross in the middle and support them all better. I did the same with this one, so the tomatoes will have something to grow up on, and also the peppers. Now the vines, I'm going to have to run a divider here, sort of a fence right here, and force them over this way, because that one in the middle is starting to want to lean inwards, and that's not happy. I don't want that. Wouldn't hurt anything, I guess, because the onions will probably grow through in between, but I want to try to train these the way I intended. Funny thing, I just mounded up the potatoes the other day, and they're shooting up again above the mounds. And look at that growth. These are really growing fast. This is really amazing. I'm going to have to mound them again. So, well, definitely the potatoes are liking this dirt. It's going to be a lot of potatoes. And those were some smaller potatoes. Different kinds. I had some different kinds, but everything's growing. Now this I planted today with the seeds from Dennis. He sent me all these unique special seeds, all Indian and old school seeds. And these were my seedlings. I took those stupid, useless seed bombs and broke them into pieces, because obviously paying attention to instructions did not help. Did me no good at all. I think it's been 2 to 3 weeks now and they're useless, so hopefully I'll get something out of them breaking them up like this. This little batch in the middle was the only thing that came up out of 6 seed bombs. And then I'm starting to, there's a couple more of these left, these tomato struts. So I'll put another one in over here on the other side, because the tomatoes are right down the middle, and then I can let them grow up on that. And this one will have corn in the middle and some other beans around it. I haven't done it yet. There's only so many hours in the day, I guess, and I was working inside as well. Spent a few hours on the computer answering emails. Still behind from the days I was sick from the heat. I guess I have no worry about that right now. This dark gray. This is as bright as it got today. The camera makes it look bright, funny enough, but it's weird. When the light is bright, the camera dims it. When the light is dark, the camera makes it bright. But anyway, it's raining. Rained all day. No sun today. But actually it's looking like a farm. A lot of work. I guess I did a lot though in a short time, so I can't complain.